Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Asgard's Fall. It is a... oh gosh, well, I guess we're just starting in. Looks like all my progress from the prologue slash demo has been replaced. That's okay, I can work with that. Anyway, yeah, it's a bullet heaven. It's a Viking themed bullet heaven that I actually really like. It has one of the more interesting upgrade systems I've seen in a long time. Let's see. Okay, so... I wonder if they changed some of these things. They might have. So let's go with Whirl Slash for the time being. I could do a reroll, but I don't really want to. We just want to stack a bunch of physical related abilities. And yeah, run around hitting these stones because they give us various stat boosts, which is, you know, kind of death must die, though slightly different. Okay, so this is the cool part. Greetings, brave wanderer. Thou hast earned the favor of the fates. Behold the web of weird where the threads of destiny may be woven by thine own hand. Each node awaits a knot. Each choice shapes thy path. Let me reveal... oh, well, okay. I guess I'm scooting past the tutorial, but that's fine. I know how this works. Okay, so we have a couple of different things. So flat stat, rarity 1. Node multiplier, so anything to the left of this gets a 50% boost, or Knot of Fate. Every enemy alive that's inflicted with this status effect increases your attack speed. Not really that good. We're just going to re-roll these and go for something better if I can get it. Dash amount, still kind of rough. Heal 1% after triggering 10 flame abilities, shock chance, or node multiplier. I guess we're just going to have to take this because I have no other choice. Not a lot of good spots. So I'll just put it there and we'll see what happens. Yeah, we're looking for higher rarity abilities, if I can pull it off, though there is some question on whether or not we're actually going to find any. I appreciate that experience is used both to level up, but then also to re-roll and whatnot. I think that's nice. Yeah, do these have rarity? I think they do. But it's hard to tell. Okay, Ferocious Stomp. I just want to stack as many physical abilities as possible. There's a lot of stat bonuses that only affect one elemental type, so it's unfortunately, at least at the moment, more practical for me to homogenize. Triggering weapons attack reduces the cooldown of a random ability by 0.1 seconds. So this is very good. Extra dodge chance, and it is a 4%, it's a level 2 rarity. But I think I'm going to go for this one. Okay, so this needs a cumulative level 8, or 8 levels around it to be activated, but it will be extremely good. Especially if we can really crank up my attack speed, which I will try and go for. Okay. Ferocious Stomp, shorter cooldown. Yeah, but like half a second. Like 10% ability size is good too. I think it actually might have been better than the cooldown in that case. I guess the other thing I should probably do is actually run around grabbing shrines. Holy smokes, there's a lot of enemies here. So 4% bleed chance. 6 flat damage. Let's go for the bleed chance. I'll just put it here. So that's a level 2 ability, so that gets us 2 levels closer to unlocking that ability. Now, I gotta watch my health. I have no regen. Regen is a stat that I can potentially invest into if I get lucky. Okay, so Spear the Elder. Throw a spear at a random target, damaging close enemies on impact. When collecting the spear, you swing it around. Alright, snag that. We just want to stack as many of these physical moves as I possibly can. Okay, extra damage, but take increased damage while standing still. Don't care. Max health, crit damage multiplier. Now we can do better than that. Another node multiplier. Some max health. So I could put another node multiplier on this, but I don't think that's specifically worth it. 10% attack speed, though. That's nice. I'll put it there. I figure if I put it there, my chances of being able to give it a bunch of multipliers goes up, because we really want to be able to attack wicked fast here, because the faster I attack, the more that one ability's like cooldowns will be reduced. Let's see. Just go for Blood Veil. The problem is, I don't know if it's that good. Ow. Pig did hit me. Okay, we should probably go grab one of these apples. I wonder if any more of those shrines are going to show up. There might be more on the map. Previously, there used to be a bunch of them, but they wouldn't respawn. Okay, 3% dodge chance, ignite chance, or a multiplier. I don't think I want the multiplier yet. So... because that's a 10%. I think I'm going to put this here. Even though technically it would help me unlock that one ability a little bit faster, that's something I want to attach a bunch of good multipliers to. Because if I can attack extremely quickly, and then have that one purple ability unlocked, every time I attack, my cooldowns go down, or one of my cooldowns goes down by 1/10 of a second. But if I'm attacking like 5-6 times constantly, this is a higher rarity. So 60% extra damage on my regular attack. Yeah, so now I do 80 per swing, which is extremely good. Oops, gotta watch out. Okay, so we could get dodge chance, more bleed chance. I think I'll just throw on some more bleed chance. All we need is one more level 2 ability. And we'll have that unlocked, which is going to be super helpful. Ooh. Right. I forgot. I can dash. And yeah, I'm going to have to keep an eye out for any more apples or regen nodes, potentially. Okay, Ferocious Stomp. Oh, does attack speed actually affect... it might actually affect all of my abilities. Because that Ferocious Stomp is happening so much more often. Okay, so we get a 1% dodge chance. Unfortunately, man dying. Yeah, I have to watch out for those guys. There's kind of node bombers somewhere. Or not node bombers, AoE bombers, those guys. 25 max health? Sure. Gives me a little bit of HP right now. I think it's these things that are causing me grief. So I'd like to kill them if I can. Oh, well, there's a magnet. I like those. Okay, Ballista. Physical damage, and it's a summon. Sure. Alright. So increased status effects. 14 damage. Some critical strike. I'm gonna put it right there. I'm just gonna prep for a couple of purples if I can. Fenrir's Claws for another ability, but I think I'm just gonna keep boosting my regular attack more than anything else. Okay, we do have an apple down here. They don't heal as much as I'd like, but I'll make do. Ooh. Yeah, I just have to be careful not to do too much. I want to hit this crowd if I can. There's another apple. The nice part is I can crowd dive. We might want to boost my movement speed so I can actually just run past the little guys without taking too much damage. These are all immeasurably bad. That's better. Not that I care too deeply for a 5% dodge chance, but it actually might make a difference. Well, I don't know what the mushrooms are doing. Okay, so hammers that spin around target location, or Hugin and Moonin to your side, damaging enemies around you. I think I'm gonna go for Hammers of the Righteous. We want things that have a cooldown. Okay. Don't have enough stamina for all of this, but that's okay. Alright, health regen. Oh, blessed. Let's get that there. Yeah, I was hoping to get some more nodes, but even just 1 point of health regen is going to keep me... keep that chip damage way down. Ooh. Okay, 25% damage increase on my regular attack? I mean, yeah, I kind of have to. Now, I am curious about the regen. It's not per second? No, it's not. It's slower than that. Okay, so we have a no multiplier or... I think I'm going to go for that. Because yeah, I think attack speed is going to be my biggest saving grace here. Ow. Because there's just too many enemies. There are too many boys. There we go. Oops, something's hurting me. 3 ballistas. Okay, let's kite away from the group for a bit. My range leaves a little bit to be desired. As does my movement speed. Only so much I can do about these things, though. Okay, crit chance, 15% movement speed. I think I'm going to pick that up. I'm just going to stick it there. We don't want a multiplier, as it's not good enough. But yeah, now I outspeed the homing shots. Kind of. I'm at least roughly the same speed as them. And that's really all I needed. Ferocious Stomp, get that cooldown down. Here we go. This is looking considerably better. I haven't seen any other apples drop and haven't been looking for the shrines. Okay, there's an apple. They do disappear. Okay. So I cannot just leave those. We actually have to care. This sucks. I mean, it doesn't. It's not that bad. I'll just put it there. 16 flat damage might seem kind of minor, but all of my damage multipliers boost that. Okay, another 8 flat damage. It's very good. Yeah, now I'm chewing through them. There's another apple down here. Yeah. And we get a magnet. I felt like I'm not picking up things enough. Pierce them out. 9. Okay, 17% movement speed. Sure. Getting a lot of options. 40% extra damage. 3 more hammers. Or damage increase. On Whirl Slash. I think I'm going to go for Ferocious Stomp since I've actually been speccing into it more. I haven't intentionally been doing so, but hey. Dodge chance? No, we can reroll. Increase physical damage? Yeah, 20% is nice. I'd like to be able to one-shot the little guys, but I don't know how viable that is. Seems like I can one-shot the Skelemages at the very least. Okay. And it seems like apples are actually pretty plentiful here. I love the amount of enemies, too. And the fact that, yes, I can just waltz through them. I think that's one thing that a lot of bullet heavens either get right or get wrong, kind of depends on your personal preferences. Contact damage is one of those that, like, can be done well, often is not. Damn, the cooldown on my Ferocious Stomp is cratering, and I love it. Every 2 seconds feels very good to me. Let's see if we can get it even faster, though. But the problem with contact damage is it actually renders enemies boring. Shock chance, flat damage. I haven't been seeing a whole lot of good purple abilities that I'm jonesing for, but that's okay. We've got an apple up here, and we've got another one down to the left. So the problem with contact damage is if an enemy has contact damage, it means that you cannot dance around them, which inherently limits your combat system to more like hit and run careful strategies, whereas like if you can comfortably touch an enemy without taking damage, or at least without taking much damage, you can kind of give players that feeling that they can kind of move in and around foes without being punished. And so you can have like a much more like up close and personal, and I don't want to say like strategic, okay, those ballistas are carrying me. As is the movement speed, actually. She has a lot of health. However, the ballistas actually make it so I can hit her. Normally, most of my attacks are just whiffing past her. But in this case, not. Alright. Like, go back to the contact damage thing as long as I can focus here. And good, we don't have a timer on this one. Contact damage is especially like a huge problem, I think, in platformers. Now, how many games have you played where you just bump into an enemy and it looks like totally soft and whatever, but oops, you took damage? It kind of sucks. Like, it works in Mario because there's not much of a combat system. You hop on them or use something else to take them out. And that's about the extent of the combat system. But I'm thinking like, it's a good example of, ooh, she hurts. It's a good example of like a combat one. Probably like Castlevania and stuff. Really any Metroidvania with like an in-depth combat system. Hollow Knight's probably a good example, as I can give, where, you know, there are certain enemies where it makes sense bumping into them hurts. But there's a lot of other enemies that is kind of like, no, you know, I would do as much damage to them as they would do to me. But for some reason, I'm the only one that gets bounced back. I actually don't think Hollow Knight has contact damage outside of certain enemies. But I also haven't played Hollow Knight in years, so it's hard to remember. Oh, we keep going? Huh. I was assuming that was just going to be the end of the run. Wonder if any of the shrines respawn. That was my one small bugbear with how this game was designed. That the shrines disappear, and then there's no reason for me to explore or move around. Well, at least there's new enemy types. I still wish the shrines would recharge after killing a boss to give you, you know, some more boosts. And yeah, I know I could look up... Ooh. Dealing damage dealing status effects no longer deal damage over time. No. Crit strike chance or more attack speed. So, while I want that attack speed... Yeah, while I want that attack speed, I'd rather boost the one that I have. The one that I have and the ones, and the nodes surrounding it. Rather than, adding more. Yeah, I was assuming the run was going to end after the first boss fight, but it's continued on, which is good, mostly. Hammers of the Righteous, get that cooldown down? Sure. We might want to see if I can get another movement speed node. At this point, I'd mostly outspeed most dangers. Decrease max health by 70%. Increase all damage types. No, that's liable to give me one shot. Here we go. Oh. Shoot. Nah, I have to. Okay, so that's boosted my attack speed up a lot. Yeah, 30% movement speed bonus is extremely tempting. I will not discount that. However... Okay, actually, this is starting to hurt. This is why I don't want that... Ooh. And that's my regular attack, too. Yeah, 150% boost to my attack speed. Or one of my attack speed nodes. Ow. We are actually dying. Yeah, these guys hurt and I don't have any meta progression, so I'm not terribly surprised by my looming mortality. I'm just happy that I got this far. And I will probably play the other character next. Ow. Let's see, +1 health regen. Interesting, they both are +1. Dash amount would be nice. Time to continue to be silly. I'm just going to assume, somewhat erroneously, that my biggest issue here mostly comes from the fact that I'm just not killing fast enough. Ow. Also, just the random enemies taking a pot shot when I get close to them. That's tricky. Another dash wouldn't have been a bad idea, but alas. And yeah, it doesn't seem like the shrines came back. At least the apples kind of spawn somewhat consistently here. Yeah, so it's these kind of Valkyrie-looking ladies that are killing me the most, because they have a very fast ranged attack with no real tell when they're going to cast it. However, I can make it work. 17% more movement speed. Yeah, I'll just put it up there. Can't imagine this run's going to go past the 20-minute mark. It does kind of feel like we're hitting the point where the game is just trying to say, please die. I want you to end, but I don't want to stop you directly. More Hammers of the Righteous, I will take that. Because I like Hammers of the Righteous, they're one of the only quote-unquote ranged abilities I have. Because I just leave them in my wake, and just let them do their thing. Okay. I'm gonna go into the options a bit, it's not a Wanderbot video, without turning down the sound effects a bit. Oop. Wish the game had just like a half-second cooldown of like, you know, 2-1 after pausing. 6% dodge chance, like, it's there, it's good. But, free health regen, much better. So I think it actually just speeds up my health regen, at least at the moment. Rather than giving me, like, X amount of health per second. I guess it makes sense. Yeah, some games just do it as lump sum. Some games do not. Oh, Ferocious Stomp is down to a single second on its cooldowns, and I approve. Instant retribution, not that good. 50% boost, no. Physical attacks have a chance of giving stacking buff blood frenzy. Otherwise I could go for a big fancy note multiplier, but I think I'm going to go for that. Now, unfortunately, I can't see how many stacks of blood frenzy I have. And it is removed upon taking damage, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to really keep it. 7 ballistas. It seems like it's working, though. It's stacking my attack speed pretty effectively. Yeah, so I mostly just have to watch out for the shooting fairies. If I can. And boy, 7 ballistas actually is very strong. Okay. And fortunately, I foolishly put my regen in a hard-to-boost spot. But I could boost my base damage by 100%. Or, well, that node. The multi-hammer, too. Like, the ballistas are nutty. The multi-hammer is really fun to watch. I don't need more apple. I'm actually doing fine. Yeah, we oscillate. At some points, we're hosed. At other points, we are doing amazing. Also, I have been getting an unbelievable amount of big boost to my regular attack here. Like, I think that was an 80% damage increase, give or take. Alright. How are we looking otherwise? Mostly fine. Because, yeah, nothing's really harming me. The main problem is the knot grid is pretty close to full. I almost kind of wish after a certain point you could start, like, mushing nodes together. No. I think it's really just... Hopefully 20 minutes is the upper limit on how far this game goes, or, you know, maybe every loop the knots get bigger. Okay, so this one's tricky. I think I'm gonna re-roll, good as that one potentially is. Huzzah! Okay, here we go. So we can actually check. What is my attack speed? I don't know what the base number... Is this base? It probably is base. And then how much I've boosted it up to. Either way, 500% is ridiculous. And I'm feeling pretty good about that. Apparently there are also evolutions that you can get. But we haven't unlocked any of them yet. Ow. Ooh, that hurt. That actually tanks down my attack speed pretty hard. Let's see. We could do better. 40% damage increase on ballistas. Yerp. What the heck are these things? Mushroom-headed dwarf men, maybe? It's really difficult to tell, unfortunately. It's either mushrooms or, like, slime or something. I'm just wandering. Ah, damn it. One of them randomly hit me. Yeah, so I'll still say, like, one more point of movement speed probably wouldn't be remiss. If we get lucky enough to have more. I have so much experience at this point, I can re-roll everything and always pick a gold. I think that's something to kind of keep in mind, is that conserving experience doesn't really matter here. Yeah, I could get 2 health regen, but we've already got a decent chunk. I think I'll just get an extra dash. I don't know if it's really that good, but it's probably going to be extremely helpful against the looming boss. Hello, Jormungandr. Presumably. Ow, something hit me. Did something hit me? I actually do not know. Do I have to worry about the green stuff on the ground? I can only assume. This is a very impressive boss fight that I'm completely skunking. Yeah, okay, so we do take damage. Ow. We do take damage from the poison on the ground. It just does not matter. Got some runes, and I think that's it. Yep, it's just counting down to the end. Yeah, 20-minute runs, I like those, because with level up considerations, that adds about roughly 10 more minutes. Okay, so Ferocious Stomp, by and far, did the most amount of damage, despite all the upgrades. Bloodveil didn't do as much, it's because it wasn't actually able to hit things. So it makes total sense. Bleeding wasn't very good, Spear of the Elder was downright bad. Ballista was actually really solid, but go figure, once again, ranged abilities make things so much easier. So we now have the Huntress. Oh, there's also levels. I'm curious about... Oh, that'd be the talent points. Okay, so we can also see... Oh, that's fun. So, because we've picked up these abilities, they've been added to the list. Or maybe it's getting them up to level 5. It's hard to tell. But they've been added to the list, so I can kind of keep an eye out for them. Here's the one thing I should do very quickly is take a look at the warrior's meta progression. So extra armor, more health from health pickups, or max health. Let's do well-fed, sturdy. After leveling up, heal for 10%, get 20% movement speed buff for 10 seconds. That's okay. Exchange the sword to swing for a whirlwind attack, or increase your dash amount. Let's go for whirlwind, because I think that's genuinely going to be better. And yeah, let's go for Feast Enjoyer, just for a little bit of extra healing. That said, not going to do another run with him. Let's give the Archer a shot. Now, have we unlocked? Yes, we've unlocked Niflheim. I don't know what Blood Sacrifice is, but we're going to leave that for later. We're going to... Wait. Okay. Oh, here we go. So, we've got Patterns, Stats, Common, Epic. So I can grind for resources. Yeah, here we go. Unfortunately, I don't think I can make any of these. Yeah, chance abilities lightning type will be unlocked, so we can get a lot of random stuff. Unfortunately, we don't have enough resources to get any of these, but it's like this is the other meta progression system, is we have this giant war paint thing that I can fill out as I go along. It's just going to take a lot of grinding before I can actually do anything with any of those. Anywho, let's just go here. I don't know what the blood sacrifice is, but I don't care that much. Okay, let's go into the options. This is a character I think we're just going to throw on automatic aim for, rather than anything else. I wonder if I can actually... Hold up. Yeah, there we go. You can use a controller for this. It's just a little bit more comfortable, and also just means I can dodge in multiple directions. Ow. Yeah, that's justified. Okay, so what do we want to try this time? We did physical last time. Fire tornadoes roaming the battlefield. Ice arrows towards random targets, freezing them in place. Let's go for the ice arrow. Let's just lean into this whole archer thing. Okay, well, chill chance. Very much what I was hoping for. Ow. Yeah, the only thing is, I'm taking some damage here. I don't have the speed, so I can't just zoom through enemy attacks like I was earlier. Oop, apple. Flurry of knives, icy knives in target direction, absolutely. Did the apple just disappear? Maybe I picked it up. I have no idea. Otherwise, very real possibility I'm just gonna get cooked here. And, like, so be it. Try again. The controller is slightly different, and unfortunately, I do have this problem with a lot of games, roguelikes especially, where I finish a run, and then, you can do better than that. Hands of Blood. Bleeding enemies have a chance to explode on death. Well, that would have been nice earlier. Killing a burning enemy has a chance to... Oh boy, that'd be amazing. Sadly, no. And flat damage. I'll take flat damage. I'm just gonna put it here. I thought I was out of range for that one. I'm trying to do bare minimum actions here, but it's not working great. Ow. Okay. So now that we know that there is that incredibly good fire move, I might have to snag it. Let's see, what was I gonna say? Right. Whenever I play roguelikes, I run into this small issue where I get into kind of the mindset of, this is what my run is like. You know, by the end of the run, you're super fast, do a ton of damage, you can weave through attacks, nothing threatens you. Magmasphere, sure. And now that we know that there's that incredibly good fire scaling ability, I should probably lean into it. Ice is probably good too, but still, Blood Frenzy. But we're not doing that. Shock Chance, also not doing that. Really wish I could banish things. Or even just say no. I'll say the Magmasphere has some good options. What if the Magmasphere was doing physical damage? Not sure. Let's see. Flesh Searing Heat. Persistent ore around you does fire damage. Well, that's good. Yeah, I just have to scale that damage up a bunch, if I can. Increase fire damage, but it's pretty basic. I'm gonna put that there. I don't know what I'm gonna put there. Ow. Bonus fire damage, or just bonus damage in general. Like, those would be pretty good. But you never know. There's some goodies. Or just movement speed. Like, I'll say flat out, getting up to even just a 25% movement speed bonus is probably going to be one of the best plays I could possibly make in this game. Just in terms of, like, the game is balanced around enemies attacking you at X speed, functionally. Okay, Suitor's Inferno, yeah. We just want to fill out all of my abilities as much as possible. My chances of getting evolution abilities pretty much non-existent, to be entirely honest. That chances are the combos require cross-elemental combinations. However, at least we'll be able to unlock them. 5% crit chance. It's an option. I'm just gonna put it there. Because I could boost it a bunch. It's not outlandish. I'm really hoping the magma ball shoots through the group at some point. Unfortunately, I think auto-aim might be messing me up. Because yeah, I was going to just rely on auto-aim. That's what we needed. But yeah, I need to be aiming center of mass at all times. Okay, Frost Orbit. None of these are good. Fire damage explosive. Marks an enemy with a rune. Explodes after a certain amount of time. Good stuff. Shattering Death. Frozen enemies have a chance to explode. Here it is. Killing a burning enemy. Okay, I'm just going to put it there. Let's see. Surtur's Inferno. We can do better than this. Flamebound Leech. Burn targeted enemies from the inside. Heal for 1% of the damage dealt. Yo? Okay, Chain Lightning, Armor, Ignite Chance. I think I'm going to throw that on. I know it's only a purple, but seems worth it. We want everything to be on fire. And it seems like the Leech is pretty good. Get the Inferno cooldown super down? Yeah. They don't care too deeply about damage either. A little bit of health regen? Absolutely. I don't think I'm going to prep that for a boost. I think we're just going to have it so I can unlock that ability ASAP. Go from there. Taking some more damage than I'd like to. At least I have healing. Come on. There it is. Would like the Leech. Would like Searing Aura. But if I'm boosting my Fire Tornadoes, then I'm boosting my Fire Tornadoes. Only immediate problem with them is, I don't know if I can really aim them. So it makes them a little on the unreliable side. Okay, I have to keep an eye out for other apples, because I'm a little wounded. But whatever. Dash them out? No. More crit chance is okay. Dodge chance, 6%. Ow. Not great. Leech, 4. One damage per second, but gain 10% lifesteal. I have regen, so they balance out. Nope. I would have liked that other boost. I will grant. But this gives me so much healing potential. I think the only immediate problem is it probably does not apply to fire damage. Let's just get 3 of those. There we go. Yeah, we desperately need that movement speed, but at least we've got healing aplenty. I don't care about chill chance. Every element... Ooh. Every enemy alive affected by a status effect. I'm just going to put it there. A hell of a lot of slimes coming after me. Too many, in fact. Okay. Damage aura, 40% ability size. Even if it doesn't do that much damage, I'm fine with it. Currently. Like, we don't actually need that. We're doing weirdly okay. So that puts us at 200%, 18% ignite chance. Magmasphere cooldown, absolutely. The dodge is kind of coming in clutch. Ow. Yeah, I'm hoping to do a little bit more damage to the groups, if I can. Because I think right now my base damage is abysmal. Extra damage for every active knot of power. Heal 1% after triggering 10 abilities. Alright. We're just going to have a ton of health and healing, and that's probably okay, maybe. The main problem is healing is okay at the moment. It could be better, but it's not terrible. The main problem is we haven't found a lick of movement speed. Ability size on the Magmasphere. Oh, that's big. Yeah, my basic attacks aren't very good. I'm mostly just reliant on chipping them down very slowly. Which isn't terrible, but this is like the complete opposite of the previous build. Which is high damage, high speed. Okay, I have to get this one. Because even that 2% chance to gain 1% damage is going to have a long-lasting beneficial effect. Because right now, my damage is feeling pretty anemic. I don't even know where my attacks are landing. That said, I really non-negotiably need just a little bit of speed here. Well, I will take a big cooldown on the Magmasphere. Yeah. Well, at least we get some talent points. We need that movement speed. I'm not even going to invest in anything else. Let's go. Alright, we'll do one more run. That was kind of lackluster. And you know what? Yeah, I'm going to just turn on auto-aim. By a certain point, there was just no point in aiming at anything. Oh, you know what? Let's surrender for just a hot second. We haven't unlocked anything yet. I want to see if we've spotted any combos. Just in case it's like one of the fire abilities plus ballista. Okay, yes. Ice Knives plus Fire Tornado. It has an evolution. So, I think we're going to try and combine those two. I think I'm going to still largely go for a fire build. But at least getting one of the evolutions might change some things. Might also be one of those that I'm just better off staying on the other region. The first region is probably considerably easier. Giant's Tooth. Pierce random targets with massive spears. Sure. Oh, I like that one. It's technically melee, but it's got some good range to it. Another dash is good. We are going to need it. But yeah, notice how much easier it is for me to get around. I should have actually looked at my DPS statistics earlier. I'm gonna go for flesh searing heat. It's not amazing on its own, However, if I can make it big and have a really high ignite chance, we got some options. Not of Fate, also extremely good. I can just put it there. Status effects lasting 2 seconds longer isn't the most amazing, but again, a lot of my abilities somewhat scale off of burning. Hopefully. Okay, boost Mistbane. The problem is, I'm not really using it here. I'll go for 30% ability size on this thing. The really goofy ideal is eventually just getting it so that the aura is covering the entire screen and setting things on fire. I wish I knew how much damage burning did, but eh. Yeah, it's snag Blood Pact. I'll just put it there. Yeah. Because I like Blood Pact. I'll probably pick like a regen at some point just to offset it in case we're like fighting a boss, but I think we can kind of live without. Oh, it's not active. Of course not. Eh. I liked the leeches. Yeah, so there's a health regen, but I can do better than that. I wonder if the leeches count as a status effect. They might? Not sure. Because I think at the moment we're not actually igniting anything. Or maybe we are. They're taking a lot of 5s. Blood Frenzy. This is rough. Never mind. Yeah, I'll probably just put it there. And unfortunately, none of this is stuff that really boosts my damage. Ow. And that is something I'm going to need to invest in. However, by the end of this, we will have boosted my survivability pretty dramatically. How many abilities do I have? Yeah, I don't think we're getting that evolution here. However, having both auras simultaneously sounds like it could be kind of fun, maybe. I would hope they're a combo evolution. Just surround yourself in multi-element tornado. Alas. I'm just going to put that there. We don't have it yet. And we don't know what it's going to be. But whatever it is, it'll be better. Let's see. Exploding axes towards random enemies. I like the Magmasphere well enough. The only problem is I don't know if this is going to be very good against bosses. Ah, apple's gone. Dang. I almost kind of wish you could see a timer on the minimap of like, oh, this apple's about to go away. Not worth pursuing it. Come on, give me some ignite chance. Well, this is abysmal. whole dang screen's on fire. Let's see. Boost the magmosphere. Most of these are pretty rough. 5 leeches. I'll take 5 leeches. Ow. Though what I desperately need is some attack speed here. It also looks like it's not giving me the 5 leeches. Confusing. Okay, 5% ignite chance. I think I can do better than that. I think I'll just put it there for the time being. I also don't know what my default ignite chance is. I guess I could check tab. Ignite chance is currently just 5%. Has a chance to spread to nearby enemies. Oh, did not know that about ignite chance. I think the problem with the auras, fun as they are, they don't actually do much damage. But we also haven't found any flat damage boosters. Not my favorite. Okay. Shock chance, flat damage. This is so awkward. All we need is one golden thing there. Honestly, I think I might go for flat damage if I can. Like, attack speed could be good. But I think flat damage is going to be what helps this run the most. Because it's not like I can expect the, auras to give me more damage. I think their level ups are only AoE. Get that leech cooldown. Oh no, it actually does look like the leeches are out in groups of 5. Alright, everything just burns slow. Yeah, max health? No. Crit damage multiplier. If only I actually had crit chance. Yeah, it's currently a 1%. Not worth it. 4%. I mean, I'm just gonna set up another thing, question mark. Make that bigger. I mean, it'll keep applying the burn stacks. It's not like it's the worst idea. Chill chance. No. Dash him out. No. I'm actually a gog. Okay, here we go. That is one that we need. I can't say that I'm burning them. I feel like I'm just slowly... This is just a slow cooker build. I've got them in my crock pot, and we're just waiting it out. Every once in a while I come in for a nibble. In fact, I'm just constantly... I got a straw in the crock pot and I'm drinking it down. Don't question. Don't think about this. This is bad cooking advice. Don't do it. Okay. I'd like the damage increase on the magmosphere, but I think we're going to go for Giant's Tooth first. Because if I can have that proccing constantly, that's going to do a decent chunk of damage. This is so scuffed. Okay. Oh, that's increased fire damage. I'm just gonna put it up there, boost my ignite chance up to like 8 or 9%. It is giving me a lot of knots of power, but knots of power and dashes, but I don't need dashes. My mobility is fine. I don't know if it's RNG that's doing this to me, or if there's actually like a different pool for this character. I can't imagine there would be, though. Not that different of one, anyway. But yeah, that just... Sure. And like, credit where credit is due, the ignite chance is nice. I'm pretty sure boosting ignite chance may also determine... Ooh, Rune of Nod is. I don't actually know what those do. Let's see, dealing... Status effects no longer does damage over time, instead does total damage instantly. We don't actually want that. Bleed chance. Can't reroll battle scars it is. I'm just gonna put it there. Okay, now we're starting to take some damage. Okay, I've got an apple here. There we go. Yeah, I can get everything burning, it's just... that damage isn't enough yet. Ooh. I think we got, yeah, more spears out of that. Which is something. I don't know how to respond. This is so unbelievably scuffed. Increased cold damage, you absolute turd. I could get another one of these. I just don't want to keep wasting my rerolls to just get commons. This is why we need some level of ability to banish things. The fact that I'm getting unbelievably good upgrades for shock and cold, even though I do not have... I have one cold ability. I do wonder if my fire abilities can freeze something. Because that would be interesting. I could just go for a ton of health regen. Or chill chance. Why? Increased fire damage. You know what? Screw it. Doing it. 250% fire damage. It makes the burn procs better. I'll take it. Unfortunately, I do not leech life off of status effects damage. But at least a lot of my abilities do fire damage base, so it's not too terrible. I'm just hoping we can get a flat damage bonus at some point in here. Get the leech cooldown down? Yeah. If I can have that running permanently, or persistently with like almost no cooldown, that would be very nice. It actually feels like I'm killing things now, finally. Alright. Oh, good. Where's the boss? Oh, they're up there. I'm glad these guys didn't fully despawn on me. Oh, I'm supposed to hide behind the ice thing. Oops. Sorry, I'd forgotten about that boss. Oh, it's okay. Let's see. So what do we do? We only got one more. Poison to arrows. That's not bad. Somersault when you dash, shooting enemies near you. I hate to say it. I think movement speed is still going to be the best upgrade I can possibly get. So, bleed chance, ignite chance, chill chance. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of these are going to take a ton of grinding. Some of it is going to be super useful, though. Let's see. Draw at least one ability, one physical type. I don't think I like the starting abilities. Reduce all incoming damage by 10%. That's actually very good, and I wonder what happens if you stack a bunch of those. Dash cooldown by 25%. Also very good. And, well, that one hasn't been localized yet. Yeah. All physical fire, cold, and lightning does more damage. Start with a random ability. A total damage increased by 5% for each different type of element in your active skills. See, that could be good, too. And then increase chance that your abilities are going to be of each type. Start with a random ability from that set. Every time you level up during a run, increase a random stat by 5%. I think if I were to continue to play this game for like long hours, and I might, because I actually really like it, getting this rune a bunch of times would be the goal. I don't know if you can repeat runes, but imagine if, I mean, how many slots do we even have here? 4 plus... Okay, this is 4. Each of these is 8. So 28, 30, 36, 42, 48, 52. Imagine if you were getting 250% stat bonuses every level up by just stacking Endless Gift of Valhalla. I actually need to do this. I have yet to figure out where to get that last resource, but the rest I've already gotten in small quantities. So I think if I just do consistently more runs, we will get there. Yes, I think I'm gonna have to try that. This is gonna take a little bit. I'd probably go back and just do some basic runs. Do we unlock any other good combo abilities? Yes. I think these are the spears. So spears plus whirling blades is also an evolution. As I figure out more of these, the game is going to get more interesting too, because then we can... I'm sure evolutions are going to be much stronger. And I think I'm going to stay away from the auras. They just don't do enough damage. Like, just baseline, they don't. I think if I could increase my base damage a bunch, they'd be amazing. Or if I could get some other stuff, but at the moment, not very strong. Anywho, I guess with all this said, I might as well go back to the main menu and say that Asgard's Fall is available on Steam either right now or within the next couple hours. I don't know when this video is going out compared to when the game launches. It says 21 hours from me recording this video. Okay, so yeah, actually this video will be going out when this game goes out. And honestly, I highly recommend it. There haven't been a whole lot of bullet heavens this year that have really caught my attention. There have been a couple that have been good, but Asgard's Fall caught my attention with the prologue version ages ago and has only improved since. I think the one problem I still have with it a little bit is too many of the upgrades really hone in on, are you going fire, are you going ice, are you going lightning, or are you going physical? And there's still not enough crossover, in my opinion, to like really make you want to mix and match apart from the evolutions. That like too many of the passive abilities are too single-minded, and I'd love to see some real wild singers just every once in a while. If like, hey, all of your fired, oh yeah, that would be an incredibly good passive to get you to like mix and match. Just have your physical, or you know, say you get one down and it's like 25% of physical damage boosts apply to fire as well. Just something really basic like that would go so far at making cross-element combos feel better. And also just some like weird ones like, I don't know, projectile bounce, or just bonus, like the very rare golden +1 projectile that just applies to every one of your abilities. Or, I don't know, there's probably other things I could think of too. But it's mostly just like getting players to want to mix and match rather than stay homogenous. Probably. Anyway, with all this said, I will be doing another video or 3 of this. I don't know entirely in what order and how often, but I just want to play more. It's very good. So, I am looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. So, I guess with that, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.